Alright, so here we are at Baku for round 1 of season 4. Coming into the first turn, you want to brake just before the push strip there. Use as much of the track as possible. It's probably a bit too much there. But we slow down enough to not get any warnings. Turn 2, you want to get a good exit out of here so you can get DRS. Good place for overtaking as we get up to turn 3. It's the second fastest point of the track. Quite a heavy braking point here where you normally third gear and coming to turn 4. Try and avoid the ripple strip there on the inside. I actually haven't done it too badly. Turn 5, I want to hug this one so we get a better entry into turn 6, avoiding that curve as well. Now we're heading up to turn 7. We try and cut this as much as we possibly can without invalidating or getting a penalty. Into the castle section. We've got the 4 turns in there, and then we head into turn 12. Another place where we'll be careful not to get any warnings or penalties. 13 and 14, you want to be at full tilt through here. Turn 15, careful not to take too much curb on that one again because you'll jump into the wall. Seen a lot of DNFs there. Alright, you want to get a good exit out of the left there at turn 16. Little turn 17 and your full tilt through this part of Baku. Turns 18, 19 and a little 20 to finish. DRS pops up here as well. This is the main place to overtake, so make sure your wings are nice and low to take full advantage of the massive Baku straight. Careful of the walls and good luck. Alright, how are we going, guys? Valad's having some mic issues, so it'll just be me for a bit. But welcome to Baku Season 4, Round 1. I like how Val's got Simo and Val, even though he's not going to be talking much to start with. Just having a look at DBT on his flying lap in the McLaren this year, which I believe he wasn't in last season. There's been a fair few driver swaps and changes. I think the rule was for this season, the guys that finished top 10 of last season got to pick their second driver as well as the 2 Div 2 drivers, and they've kind of made like a little team of 4. So, which is a bit more interesting. So I think they're trying to help out the Div 2 guys either push for Div 1 as well, and it's kind of like a little academy, I guess you could say. DBT did fall into a little bit of traffic there earlier, but still looking okay as he comes down the long back straight of Baku where you need those wings as low as you can to get as many overtakes as you can in that section of the track. Probably one of the easiest spots to overtake. Everywhere else can be quite tricky. DBT is on a 140. I believe that once the track evolves a bit, I reckon we will have guys breaking the 140s, but definitely a solid lap to start. I'm just trying to see. I think there's a Ferrari about to cross the line.
Hold on. Oh, I think it's working. Stream, let me know if you can hear me. On my end, it shows bars, so I think I fixed it.
Oh, have we got Vala? I don't know. Hopefully I'm not just talking to you and then they can't hear. Oh, we have a can here from Airborne. Thank you very much for that. It's now confirmed.
Okay,
So
sweet.
welcome, Vala.
Welcome. Thank you.
Sorry I couldn't, I didn't do the welcoming as good as what you do normally, but I think we did it not too badly.
Yeah, we're a little bit rushed, but it's turned out not so bad.
Just trying to find someone on a hot lap here. With the side pod sneaking into that 139, so yep, people definitely going to be breaking the 140s tonight, which is good. What was it, assist-wise this year? I think it's only line and ABS, so everything else is off, which is good from the EGN guys. They're trying to make it as hard as possible. And I think there's a few lockups, which means there's a few people that have kept the ABS off now as well, so it's...
Simo's a bit quieter than you. Yeah, Simo is a bit normally quieter. He might have to turn up his mic or eat that microphone.
Oh, turn up the mic. Wait a minute. We might have to start shouting a bit more. Because my microphone... Wait a minute. Adjust microphone level. Let's see if I can get this up a bit more. How are we now? That's pretty much maxed out.
You sound louder to me, but we'll see how the stream goes.
Alright. I'll keep an eye on the chat. And if I get a bit quiet, we'll change that. Who are you on at the moment? You're on tactics at the moment. It looks like he's I think he's still just on an out, isn't he? Oh no, this is the flight. Sorry, my game there stuffed up a little bit. So tactics in the Burke. So that means Kank would have had the first pick. So his first pick from the bottom, with the guys outside the 10 of last season, and he's picked up tactics. So obviously sees this guy being a decent driver, which is good. I do quite like how we've done this top 10 bit. I kind of didn't like where it was always you saw the sort of like teams winning, very similar to sort of the real life sort of thing. So it would be nice to maybe see a lot of mixed cars in the grid, and maybe a few of these second drivers really pushing hard to try and get the constructors for the team. But so we've got tactics now coming into the last 2 or 3 turns. But the Haas has got out of the way very nicely there, so well done whoever that was. He's just about to click onto his DRS now, and you cross the line. It's looking pretty quick though. I reckon he's... Oh, it's a 142. Puts him in the 3rd. Very nice lap tactics. I was going to say, maybe shoot over to his teammate now in Kank, if you will, for me, Vala.
Yep.
Who's just coming up to the end of Sector 1, where he's done a 35-1 for Sector 1. So we might try and keep an eye on the sectors so we can kind of work out what our lap times are going to be at the end of a lap. Unfortunately, we were a bit rushed jumping into the stream tonight, so a few of the things that we would have liked to have done a bit more smoothly hasn't quite gone to plan, but I think we've recovered well. We've recovered well before the race, and we're not even in Q2 yet, so we're doing it comfortably. Kank will be coming up to the end of Sector 2 very shortly. We'll see what his time hits there. So that's a 1:15.3. So what? So we've got 35 for Sector 1 and 1:15 for Sector 2. He looks quick, so I'm maybe going I reckon he's broke the 1:39s as well. I reckon he's just bet the 1:40.
You're normally quite spot on with these, so I'll trust you.
Yeah, 1:39.5. Look at that. Kank he smashed that lap. That's very nicely done, considering the track isn't quite fully evolved yet. Let's just try and find someone on a flow, and Sesto already halfway through theirs. Or Nugsy's in Sector 1. Let's jump on Nugsy. We've got him in turn. He'll just be coming around turn 2, I reckon, once you get on him, Vala.
Yep.
So his teammate is DBT this season. I feel like they definitely weren't last season, so we'll see how they go today. Just noticed Fly Sleazy's got a little bit of a retired.
Cheeky
and that was a
drift.
bit of a moment, and the Haas was probably not quite well positioned there. I haven't heard anything from my mic sound yet, Vala, so I'm hoping it's better. I don't know if I can actually turn it up much more though. Anyway, Nugsy coming into Sector 2. I missed his first sector split. You didn't happen to get that, did you, Vala?
Pardon, what? What?
I'm gonna get it on your replay. I'll see what his Sector 1 split was. I think he might be warming up the tyres. He's abandoned that lap anyway. We'll stay on him though. So at the moment we've got Kank with a 1:39.5, Sidepod with a 1:39.7, and then we've got 4 guys in the 140s of Polish, Tactics, DBT, and Hordo. It's a very good effort.
Bambi's about to cross the line.
What's he about to start one? Is he? Oh no, he's about to finish. What's he done? He's on 140. So yeah, he's safe into the next qualifying session, which really is all you need to do. I'm still on Nugsy. I've got belief here. I reckon Nugsy's gonna just slide into the 140s on this next lap. He's took this one nice and easy. He's got the tyres nice and warm. It'll be funny if he drops into the pit on me now, fella. We've talked to him after. I'll just tuck it into the pit, boys. No, he's going to do it beautiful. So he's coming around turn 1 very nicely. Hits the curb. Probably could have used a bit more track if he wanted to, but it was at least clean. Yes, that turn 2 was taken very nicely. Didn't take too much curb on the inside. Curves can be really bad at Baku because it can fling you into the outside wall, and well, once you do that, you're kind of out. He's took turn 3 quite nicely. Into the right-hander. Yes, just touching the curb, but not too much. It's very nice. Looking solid so far. 35.7, so that's 0.2 off Kank's lap, and he did a 130 on 5. So if we're looking at this pace bout, he's actually looking at breaking into the 139s with Kank and side pod. So hopefully his second sector is just as good. Negotiates the Castle section quite nicely. Doesn't invalidate on the... I seem to invalidate a lot on that turn, on that left one, either trying to cut it a bit too much or going wide on the exit. Oh, and he's negotiated that well. So what was a 115 he needs to be through here? It's a 116.4. That's probably now he's rather than being 0.2 away from Cake, he's probably now closer to a half a second to a second. So that puts him on track for a 140. I reckon he might be a 144, just sneaking maybe ahead of his teammate in DBT. And by looking at that, I am very wrong. 147. He's 2 behind his teammate. I should have gave DBT more credit on his lap.
Oh boy.
I'll get told off for that later, I reckon. Let's jump on to Flo now, Vela. He's just, we're going to catch him at turn 2, I reckon, by the time we get there as well.
Hold on, give me 1 second. With a great name of Lubed Crayon. Thanks for the prime sub.
Oh,
great name.
Nice. Look at you getting all the prime subs. I'm going to have to just start a little stream next to it just to maybe get 1 or 2. But nah, Flo's looking good. He's coming up to this sector 1, so you want to be in that 35 seconds for sector 1. A 35.3, so I think that's pretty much on target with the top 5. So he's looking good so far, is Flo. I've noticed, especially like last season, he seemed to be very quick on the 1 lap, but struggled to put a race together. He'd either just sort of like stuff up a turn that would put him, and then he'd get damage, or he'd crash out, or he just couldn't quite put it all together. But I think this is also the first season where him and Ninja aren't teammates, so that'll be interesting.
Maybe we'll bring him some good luck.
I used to like the banter between them two as teammates, so hopefully now as now enemies, we're even better. So he's on as a 116.3, so that's on target of Nugsy's split there. So Flo will probably be around the 7th to 9th mark with this lap, unless he's gone for a lot lower wings than Nugsy. So we'll soon find out as he crosses the line.
Boom.
145. So yep, 7th. Geez, we are bang on tonight on this fella. We've been practicing. I might just... Goated hasn't yet completed the lap yet, so we might just jump onto him. We might get him just as he's... I got him as he turned the car around, and he's put it into the wall. He's now trying to go back through the gears, because as we know, it's manual this year. There's a few guys that did use auto for a fair bit. I think manual was last season as well, but they're still getting used to it. So Goated's now going to have to bring that back to the... Oh, geez, he's going to be pushing for time here. He's going to have to get this back to the pit and then get out for a lap. I think he might struggle to make the Q2 now. That could be all but over. Have you got anyone else on a lap here, fella? Can you see?
Let's have a quick looky.
Just caught Jetsy with a little bit of a tail wag there as he hits his first sector with a 35.5. So he's on target, but that bit of the tail wag earlier, that'll lose him some speed, so he might jump onto someone else. Maybe jump onto Peters. We'll get to Peters before he gets to turn 3. Yeah, looks like he's that ghost. Oh, geez, there's a lot of guys losing the asses just a little bit here. Oh, we've lost Jetsy.
Oh boy.
If we stay on Peters, when we've lost... I wonder if they've just... Jetsy looks like his car's definitely pulled up, and he... Oh, he's come unstuck at the castle. We might have to see if... do that. Bambi's retired, so they're retired in the pit, so they're just going to try and move the qualifying along, because if you stay in, it does the full countdown. So I think that's why they're retiring from the session, so hopefully everyone else knows to do that. Still on with Peters, as he comes up to the last few turns. He's on a 1:16.7, which is that's probably a whole second faster than his first lap that he did. I reckon he's looking at about the 1:41, maybe late 1:40s. Nah, I'm going to stick 1:41s. I think he's in there. But anyway, we'll see. Either way, he will be safe for the next quali. And he's on that's pretty much a 1:41 flat. So very nicely done, Peters. We better jump on to Sesto, because Sesto is the only one here that's not safe. And he's just about to cross the line with a 1:43. So that was his fastest. Oh, and he's almost come out of there. Oh, he's just retired from the session. There's no time to do another lap. He's pulled the pin. And so that'll be our qualifying session done, pretty much. Yes, there's probably a few more still maybe doing laps, but that's our top 15. We don't need to see much more. We're going into Q2. Everyone's retired from the session to get this Q2 done a bit quicker. Nicely done. I'm not sure, Val, have you got any graphics that we can whip up? Maybe we just go with this season teams. Have a quick squeeze at them. Maybe we'll just do that while we have a little break.
And it's up.
I'm just going to wait for it to pop on my screen as well. It takes a bit.
Meanwhile, DBT writes in the chat, hot tip, DBT drunk, good luck everyone. And he even misspelled everyone.
You can't be drunk at Baku. It's how you go into the wall. So anyway, we've got Kank and Tactics in the Merc. Joggles and Sesto in the Ferrari, DBT and Nugsy in the McLaren, Jetsy and Hordo in the... Is it still called the Racing Point? I still call it the Racing Point. Flo and Peters, what's that in? That must be the Alpha Toro, by the look of that one. Ninja and Zero are in the Williams, Goated and Jason. I'm pretty sure are good mates, so they line up in the Haas. Sleazy and Webby in the Alfa Romeo, and Sidepod and Polish in the Renault, and to finish we have Bambi and Chasey in the McLaren. I don't think I've seen Bambi in the McLaren before, so I wonder if he likes the sound of the Honda engine bellowing in his ears as he goes around the corners. Anyway, so we're now to start Q2. I don't feel like anyone's going to be absolutely rushing out of the pits here. Medium hard is the strategy. So if you're coming out this early,
it should be bucket.
If you're coming out on this early on the mediums, the track's not evolved. You're probably going to be half a second to a second slower. But I like how Peters keeps tradition, and he's out on the track first.
Never fails us.
No one beats Peters on the track. Okay, we've got it in the chat. We've got have no favourites, but go Jetsy and go Bambi. Jetsy is being a dry race. He normally prefers the wet conditions, and Baku is dry race, so that might hurt his chances. But Bambi seemed pretty quick in Q1, so he might have a chance. But I don't know. I'm not tipping Jetsy tonight. Hopefully, you can prove me wrong for his sake, and you'll be able to tell me all about it in the after the race interview. Still haven't. Is my sound okay, guys? Or do I need to basically?
You sound fine to me, and I think we're fine. I think Nugs said we're a bit low, but I don't know how it is for everyone else. I think it should be a normal volume for everyone else.
Yeah, too easy. I'm trying to shout a bit more, but as I said, I'm quite happy to eat the microphone if that's what I need to do. We're still waiting for Peters to get around this track. Not bad. Valor with the 25 viewers at the moment by the looks of this. Two of me though. I've got the mobile and the PC for you, so
Thank you very much.
Take you an extra 2 viewers, 3
Yeah,
viewers.
a lot of people would be on the FIFA tonight.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been quite easy just to kind of, play a bit of the FIFA while watching the race as well. It's not difficult to do 2 things at once, especially when one's just kind of in the background. Oh, sound is fine. Thanks for that. Muchly appreciated.
Cheers, Amy.
Anyway, here we go. So we got Peters coming across the start of his lap. I'll be really careful how I say his name, don't I?
Yeah, he's got me a couple
Coming
of times.
into turn 1. He hasn't used all the tracks, so he's probably lost maybe a 10th there, but that's alright. A bit of a lock-up. Oh, and he's lost the ass as well. He's out. He's out. And, the Racing Point's dodged him beautifully. And, well, Peters, it was, geez, so many jokes that could be made about not lasting very long there, but we'll leave them all alone. Who do we jump on? Hordo?
Yeah, I'm on Hordo.
Yep, you're on Hordo. Alright, I'll jump on with him as well. Coming out to Sector 1 with a 35.5. He's on a soft, so that's very similar to what they were doing in Q1. So, he's on track for a decent lap time. I think I saw the tyres go there a bit again. Do we know if ABS... I thought ABS was on for Div 1. Maybe there's a... Maybe it's been turned off. Maybe a few of the drivers have just decided to flick it all off and see how they go.
Hold on, let me try and check for you.
Oh, Sesto's just confirmed ABS off. So I know the line's still on. Is there any others? Is any others still on? Or is it just the line? Might wait for... Oh, there we go. Only assist is the line. So sorry, guys. I thought ABS might have still been on, but I have been quickly corrected. Just the line for these guys. So it's very good. So anyway, Hordo's now about to finish this lap. I reckon he's looking at the 140 mark. Oh, he's going to beat that. No, he's not. I should have stuck to what I said. 144. Good time from Hordo. Not really sure who to jump onto now, but DVT's just about to finish his lap, so I might just see what his time is while I'm on his. Joggles with a 141.2 on the mediums. That's a pretty solid lap on the mediums. I reckon Joggles would have liked to have been maybe in the 140s though on the medium. Anyway, DVT 141.5 on the mediums. So this could be interesting here. The guys that are a touch slower might be able to jump on the softs and beat a few of these guys trying to go on the mediums here, which could make it interesting in the way of how the tactics go in the race.
Oh, Jason just lost his front end then.
Oh, Jace has absolutely no front end at all.
Switched onto him and it was flying down the track, so I'm not quite sure what happened. Must have just... Yeah.
He's obviously done something there. I just jumped onto Kank, who was side by side with a Ferrari there. I don't know what happened there. Kank's only on an outlap though. And maybe the Ferrari is... Oh, Joggles is the only Ferrari. Okay, so Joggles has already done his lap, so there was obviously one person on an outlap and one on an in-lap, so no harm done there. Oh, Chasey with a 149 on the mediums. I reckon he's going to have to go again. Had a quick look at the chat. Sesto for points, this is Charles has said, and Sesto has gone, well, basically the whole grid needs to crash before that's going to happen, so I believe in you, Sesto. You'll be fine.
As do I, mate. Back yourself.
Survive Baku and you'll be fine. Nice. Partly's had a little touch on the roll there. I just had a quick look at your stream that you were on.
Yeah.
I'm still on. I've just stayed on with Kank because he's just about to start his lap. But
Yeah,
I'm
about
glad
to
you're on
switch back
someone
on.
now. Oh, okay. Kank's now starting his lap right now. Alright, Bambi's been disqualified from the session for going the wrong way. So obviously he's turned the car around, and then to try and stay out of the way, he's actually managed to go the wrong way too long, and that is his Q2 done.
Oh boy.
Unlucky Bambi. I know you had a few in the cheer squad, but geez, that's gonna make podium very tough for Bambi now. This is almost just a sort of I don't know what you call it, but you just want to sort of survive now and just get a few points and go to the next race by the looks of this. This is definitely damage control now for Bambi. wonder if we'll see him jump on the hards maybe to start, just to try and keep those top 5, 6 guys in a bit of trouble. Just noticed Bambi's having a bit of a chat. We might even, if you can give me a bit of a rundown on what happened, we might be able to talk about it a bit more. But as we keep going, Kank's still looking very solid on this lap. I'm still thinking he's going to be in that sort of 140s mark. I'd like to see what this Sector 2 comes out at. As I said, so Sector 2, he wants to be around that 115, 116 mark to be on target. 116.6, that's not bad. I think that puts him into the... Oh, was that the early 141 mark?
So you, mate.
So,
I'm like...
oh!
Whoa!
And Kank has lost it. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it was between camera changes for me.
Well, he basically didn't turn.
Ah.
So I'm not sure if that's a wheel sort of not worked, but okay. So Kank will now be starting in that sort of towards the end of the pack now as well. Geez, we've managed to jump on some of the excitement here, Valor, which is always good. We missed Bambi's though, so Bambi, if you clip that in your stream, and Valor will flick a replay of that, and we'll be good to go. So, well, Valor, so at least we've had a bit of excitement here in Q2. Oh, I'm just watching a
Ninja.
had a big moment. That's a great save though. If I was Ninja now, probably just negate this lap. Save the tyres, get the EOS back up, go again. In saying that, it was a 118. Maybe he's thinking here, you got Kank out, Peters out, Bambi out. Well, that's 3. So you only essentially now need to beat what? 1 guy?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah, I would have probably, but I guess he doesn't want any more extra tyre wear. So he's done a 142.9, but he's the slowest of the guys who have completed a lap. I'm just going to jump onto Tactic's still on an out lap. Jace, what's Jace doing? He's in Sector 2. Let's jump onto Jace. He's on the softs. He wants to make sure he's in the top 10. That's his plan in the Haas. It's not a bad plan. I don't mind it. Track position's always good at Baku, and you can pretty much guarantee there's going to be something that's going to happen. Saw yellow flags pop up there, so I'm not really sure what happened. There's like 2 cars very close together, so I'm a bit worried at what's happening there. But anyway, chasing out, coming around the turn 20 now. And I think he's in the 140, 141s, which that will make him safe at this stage. Very nicely done, Jace. It's a good lap on the softs. Trying to just look at maybe tactics. Maybe jump onto tactics. We'll see. Well, let's try and see one Merc finish their lap, since poor Kank wasn't able to do so.
Danger did say Bambi and Kank out of the top 10 this is going to be a juicy race, which is a fair point.
Yeah, because Baku is not the easiest to overtake, so they're going to have to be pretty patient. So it's all going to come down to strategy now. I don't know. Maybe they jump on the softs, try and overtake 5 or 6 cars and hope for an early safety car. Or maybe they jump on the hards and just try and stay out for as long as they can. Hope for a late safety car in the race, which they can jump on a set of softs at the very end. I don't know. It's going to be tough, though. The side pod has just done a 143 on a set of mediums. But they are 3... He's had them going for 3 laps, so... I'm not sure if he needed to do that. But he has done. So we'll see if that puts him in good stead or not. But Tactics, this looks like a solid lap. I can see this being beating the 141, maybe a 140 even. A 141.2, so that puts him in a 4th. It's a very nice lap there from Tactics. I actually like how this guy races. I know last season he was one of the guys that has most of the assists off even when most of the guys had it on. So he was racing at a disadvantage last season, but that should put him into sort of the box seat for points regularly for this season since he's already used to it. I just noticed you did touch their 30 viewers there for a moment there, Valor, but knocked it down to 28. So either we're not
Sad
quite
times.
exciting enough for the lads, or we need to do something else. Just jumped onto Polish to see how he's going to go. We'll see if this gorilla can get his Renault firing at the right time. He'll be coming up behind his teammate. So now this could be interesting here, because he's going to come up to his teammate here on the last couple of turns, which I would have thought means that the toe is incoming at Baku. If this is what is about to happen here, this is beautiful from the Renault drivers. So basically, Polish is going to tuck in behind side pod to get that extra sort of 10k's out of the car, to see if that will push him into the top 10. Will those extra, maybe a couple of tenths, get him in? Oh, it does it easy. So I reckon if he doesn't get that bit of a toe, I reckon he's sitting about 7th or 8th there, with a possibility of being in danger with people going for another lap. But as I say that, while that was going through there, Ninja has retired from the session. So I'm assuming that means he's out as well, which means our top 10 is actually concluded. So you can probably jump on whatever car you want to now, Vala, if you want to give someone a bit of a... Preferably someone on the track rather than in the pit, but
there we go.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
I think Hordo was trying to do a lap on the... Was he trying to do a lap on the mediums? No, it's not the softs. And so it might be time for the guys that did a lap on the softs, so maybe just jump on a set of mediums, see if I can do a fast time on the medium. Because then they can start the race on that one. But
my controller buckled.
Jason. Oh, DBT. What happened there?
Hold on 1 second, my controller's buckling. There we go.
Oh, here we go. Oh no, they're in the pits and they're retiring. That's alright. Yeah, so this would be the time now to jump in the pit, save the tyre wear, retire from the session. Let's get on with Q3. What was the other thing that we wanted to talk about here? So last season we did have... So Kank won last season. And he will... So he's qualified 12th. So he'll have a free choice of tyre. But he'll be right in the middle of all the madness. So good luck to him to not have any damage while trying to go up the order there. So Joggles finished second last season, and he was only 18 points away from Kank. And he's in 6th spot, so he'd be pretty happy here, Joggles, seeing that sort of 6th spot. Now, on my screen it's saying softs, but I thought he was on the mediums. Maybe you went to go out in the softs to see if you needed another lap, and then just came back into pit. Cousin Jace was a fill-in, but I think he had 2 points finishes. He's in 3rd. Let me go back to our standings of last season though. Bambi finished 3rd and he's 14th, so he's not even looking on the podium tonight. Sorry guys, it's not going to happen. I've said it now. Last time I said this, I think he came 3rd, so I probably should be careful. But anyway, DVT was 4th and he's sitting 8th to get into Q3, so he'll be happy with that. Sidepod finished 5th, but he only raced sort of the last sort of 3 or 4 races, and I think he was always in that sort of top 5, top 6 range, so I think he's the one to watch here. He's on the medium tyre, so we've only got the 2 on the softs with Hordo and Jason.
Yo, Buckets, yeah, we did, man.
I was just sorry, I got a message, but I didn't quite read that in time. So Hordo did two soft runs there when he probably could have chucked in a medium and started the race on that. So that could come back to bite him. Jason with a solid up on his softs, but again the 2 softs they're gonna need to work very hard here to survive on the softs. I don't know if that's the way to go. I feel like Baku's a medium hard race. even with safety cars. So they'll be wanting 2 sort of safety cars at the sort of the start of that race. So yeah, but anyway, we are now on to Q3. We'll be just looking at the garage here for a bit. Do we have any more graphics to chuck up tonight, Vala? I don't think we do.
Don't think so.
That's alright. What we'll do is, I do recall, I did ask if there was anything that needed to be said in the stream tonight, so let me just find that post. I'm pretty sure DBT sent me something, just a few of the little differences tonight that we can talk about while we wait for a few of these things to happen. Alright, so we've already talked about the top 10 and picking their drivers, so we've knocked that one off. Now, it's the longest season to the last season, so I'm pretty sure this is like a 15 race season. I think there's a couple of the breaks. I think there's maybe a week off once the PS5 comes out, and maybe another one over Christmas, if it goes that long. I'm not quite sure. Going to the EGN site, that is a big one if that is actually, if that's in the works.
Yeah, it is. Very much is.
I know Carney's a very busy man, but if that's on his priority list, that is a big win for the EGN F1 guys. I don't know, just being on the site where everything sort of is, I think it's just a bit nicer. There's a few sort of Discord that has its pros, but no, I think for the comp, the site is the way to go. Badges. So I'm assuming that means since we're going to the site, that means people that win will now get badges on the EGN site. As you know, guys, you can only get the girls if you have EGN badges.
Truth.
That is absolutely terrible for me. I wish I could take that one back. And DBT did say it mentioned bans. I don't want to talk too much of the bans, but I'm pretty sure that if you do something very stupid in the Formula 1 race, it may affect your FIFA career. So if you're one of these guys that loves their FIFA and loves the AVPL, you really want to keep it quite clean in the EGN F1 comp, or you may miss a few matches.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And we've got a Ninja to start talking about my great talking ability. So I appreciate that, Ninja.
And the good looking.
I just wish you could race a bit better so I could actually say your name a touch more. But anyway.
Oh, he shot back.
Well, I'm not going to hold back now, am I? Oh, I've just jumped onto DBT because is he the first guy to do a full lap here?
I heard he was too scared to race. No, that's why he's commentating.
No, you've still got the line on for me, mate. Once you get rid of that, I'll think about it. But anyway, so DBT's flying through Sector 1. Takes turn 3 quite nicely with a bit of a lock-up, but that's fine. He's negotiated turn 4 quite nice. He didn't take too much curb. I'm just laughing at Ninja in the chat here, fella. He's absolutely ripping me. But I don't even think he races in the comps that I do, so... Not even in the same class, to be honest. I don't even know why I even bother reading his shit. Anyway,
Wow.
DBT coming into the castle. This is the hardest part of the track. You got to attack it, but you don't hit the wall. Instant DNF when you stuff that one up. But DBT's negotiated that very well. Flying into Sector 2. I think I've just gained you 10 views about bagging out Ninja there, Vala. So
it changed person. I didn't even push anything. We're back on DBT now.
Yeah, I've just stayed on him. I'm still on him. He's on a 1:15.9 at that Sector 2, which I think puts him instead to be a late 1:39, maybe early 1:40s. Which, if that's your first lap in Q3, you're pretty happy with that. Auto with a 1:39.8. That is very quick. Very quick indeed. DBT's about to cross the line now. He's a 1:41, so he'll want to be a bit quicker than that. I reckon DBT's lost a second maybe or two there. Nugsy right in behind him, the fellow McLaren. Oh, and as I say that, Jason's just topped him by roughly 0.07. We've rounded a bit there because we don't want to do the maths too much tonight because the head's already hurting. Oh, geez, Ninja's still going on in the chat. Do I have the power to actually block him for a moment, Val? Can I mute this guy for a moment? Right.
Bringing content. Sorry. Strike. Thank you for that follow.
Whisper. No, where's the block Ninja? Report Ninja. Yeah.
Cheers for that follow, Strike.
I'll do one of them later. Anyway. Oh, sorry. I have to apologise on that fella. Looks like you lost some viewers there, which means they don't like me bashing Ninja. So I apologise, Ninja. I won't do it anymore.
Angry Cypod takes the lead.
With a 139.2. Ace fast. Cypod. I'm sorry, I was just reading your chat. So you don't have to, a new Twitch account to fix that follower thing. Oh dear, here we go.
Yeah, because it was out of the box. It was a little OCD from me.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do recall you talking about that now. I'm not even sure who to actually jump on here. Joggles is coming out of the pit now, which basically only gives him enough chance for maybe one run. Maybe he's going to do 2 runs on the one set, which might make it fine. But we'll just do a quick little readout. So we've got Side Pod now in the lead with Tactics, Hordo, Flow, DBT, Polish, Jason, Nugsy, and Chasey. And of course, Joggles rounds out the top 10, but Joggles yet to complete his lap.
Ninja, appreciate that bit.
Only on an hour. But anyway, so we're... So Ninja Pension gave you the follow. It would have been better if Ninja actually extended his name just a touch more on you. So you would have re-followed with an extra long name.
Yeah,
that would have been quite
he gave
fun.
me 1 bit just to replace Bucket's name up there. I feel like if he donates any more, it will go to the box, though. If he hits, like, double digits.
Oh, well, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So, Valor will be in tears, and I can't deal with that tonight. But anyway, Joggle's still on this very long outlap. I feel like outlaps just take forever on this game. They fly when you're driving them yourself, but when you're waiting for someone to get across that line. Oh, everyone's gave you a bit of advice there, fella, to be able to keep it in the box.
I'll have to check that out after, Airborne. Thank you for that.
Have a look at that.
There's a few more things I want to add. I want to add that replay as well.
Good evening. Nice to see you in the chat.
Good evening, mate. Thanks for the follow again.
Alright, so Joggles now. He's negotiated turn 1 nice. He comes into turn 2. Lock up. Wheel spin. DRS. He's doing everything. Joggles flying down the straight. Heading to turn 2 where I think is it the 100 board you break at? In between the 150 100 board. Oh no! He's gone.
Oh no.
Joggles is out. He has put the gas on a touch too early. The arse is kicked out and he's kissed the wall there quite passionately, I'm going to say.
Will that work?
I was tipping Joggles to be in the top 5 at the end of this, but he will start at 10th on his worn set of mediums with Kank and Bambi ready to swallow him on the first lap. It's going to be very exciting first lap. I actually can't wait. I've still got a lot of guys in the pits. I've seen a McLaren there driving out, which is Nugsy. So Nugsy's going to be the next guy to post a lap for us. Everyone else in the pits waiting for that sort of 2.5 minute mark to jump out of the pits.
Haven.
Do a lap at the very end.
Cheers for that bit, Haven.
Oh, it's now a contest on who can get the most bits. Anyway, so I've got Nugsy on this outlap, just trying to keep the car on the track, not doing anything silly. Keeping the tyres nice and hot, nice and fresh. Warmed them in, ready to go. I really can't dribble any more than this. We really need to get into this race. At least by looks of this, we've got a few sort of jump out of the pits as well. So at least when Nugsy finishes or starts this lap, we then have a few other guys to look out for after he's finished his lap as well. So that'll be good. So at the moment, so we're on Nugsy, Cousin Jace, Chasey, Polish, DBT, Hordo, and Flo has just exited the pit lane as well. So they're on their outlaps. Side Pod and Tactics still in the pit. as I've said that, I think they've just exited the pit now. Tactics will have the best track to do this. And yes, Joggles, you are correct. Baku has already claimed a few victims in the top 3 guys. So either Baku's got them, or this new assist system might be struggling with it. I hope it's just Baku, because Baku is a tricky track. Anyway, we're on with Nugsy. Flies around turn 2, DRS open, flying down the back straight. Seems to be going along okay. We won't really know until we get the end of this sector to how quick he's going. But I'm noticing the throttle control is quite nice from Nugsy. It's not full straight away, it's just easing it on around the corner, so it's very nicely done. And I was talking there, and I didn't even see what that Sector 1 split was. I was too distracted looking at his rev count. Coming up to the castle section. Again, hardest section of Baku. You either take it far too slowly or you crash at it. They are the only other options if you don't nail it. Looks like he's come through there quite nicely. Coming through the left, didn't take any curb on that, which was very nicely done. Sector 2, he's at the 116.4. So that's going to put him instead to around the 140s, 141, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's going to improve on his lap. Maybe just. He only needs to improve by 0.07 to go ahead of Jace. And here he comes down to 146. So yep, so he's increased it by that little bit that we talked about, but that only gets him 1 spot. Who's next across the line? DBT. He's on 139.4, which slots him into second. It's a very good lap from DBT. Polish now about to cross the line. 139.4. Very good lap. Very good lap. Chasey is next.
Yeah.
To come across the line.
Oh no.
He's jumped to the pit. He does know he could have finished that lap. Anyway, Jace to cross the line, 143, which puts himself back in front of Nuxie. So that was a nice little battle between them two. Who's Hordo? Hordo will come across the line next, so we'll jump onto him. Didn't see the sector times, but by the looks of that, it'll be a 139 again, maybe a touch quicker. A 139.2, that's the quickest. That is the fastest lap so far. Puts himself to Q1. He's on the softs as well, so he needs to be on the quickest. Now, side pod on my screen has got a red track, which means he's invalidated. So he's coming into the pit. Tactics about to cross the line. On 139.4, he goes ahead of Polish. We got next Flo to come around. No, he's pitting. Nugsy will do the lap for me, surely Nugsy. A 140.0, who then goes back in front of Jason. Well, that was... I think they chopped and turned each time there. So yes, as Joggles has said, Hordo just getting sidepod by 0.009 of a second. And sidepod saying that he broke his wing in turn 2. Well, Hordo's going to have the faster tyre to start this race, so Hordo's done exactly what he needed to do, being on the softs. He's got to the front. Now he'll need to try and break the gap as quickly as he can, because Sidepod will be trying to get him very early on in the piece, I reckon. Anyway, Val, that's our exciting qualifying done.
Time for the actual action.
Time for... well, not really, because now we've got a nice formation of that.
Ah, true. Let's hope I don't blue screen again.
Which will give the drivers time to warm the tyres, get ready for the race, talk a bit of tactics with their co-driver. Sounds like for DVT, maybe have another sip of his beer before he starts his race. And Ninja just lost power. Interesting.
No way.
Now, I swear, Ninja seems to have... I'm not sure if he needs to move neighbourhoods or what he needs to do, but he was blue screening a lot last season. He's obviously got that fixed. Maybe. Who would know? And now his power's out.
PS4 finally works, just not the... Now we need to sort the power.
In all serious though, the drone actually has more chance of winning this race than what Ninja had anyway. So it's probably a blessing in disguise for Ninja. And we're back into him again. This is going to make it tough for the other drivers though, having a nice drone sitting right in the middle of the track at Baku. So we'll just wait. At least Ninja has plenty of charge on his phone, so he'll be able to keep chatting to us, keeping us up to date with the progress.
Might get back in time trying to load in. Hopefully, mate.
Yeah, so it's not a power outage then. It's just something's happened with either the power point where he is, or maybe the power board's had a bit of a moment. Oh, Jetsy and Sleazy are already back to the starting line. That's what happens when you don't wait for the guy in front of you. Yeah, just because it goes green on the formation, that doesn't mean you need to go. You just wait for the guy in front to go, and then you follow him. That's all you've got to do. Hope you can't hear that jug in the background.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. But to the chat,
that's all right.
Before we start the main race, do you want any more game sound, or is the voices okay? Let us know about the volume now, so we can try and fix it.
Yes, volume is a good option. Let me just double check adjust my microphone. I'm just going to double check to make sure we're all good everywhere else. Yeah, we look all good. We've maxed out. We can't get any more than this from my end, unfortunately. So, I need to get these. Make sure you got the tyres and everything up on the. We want the tyre at least in the full track. That bare minimum.
Yep.
Which it looks like you now have for us. Nicely done. Oh, and the interval time rather than the leader or fastest lap interval's quite nice. Which you've done as well. So we
my
are now
first
all
radio,
set.
my friend.
So now, as we talked about, it's only Cordo and Jason in the top 10 on the softs. Alright, now this is the interesting ones here. So we have Goated, Sesto, Jetsy, Peters, and Ninja all on the hards. I did say I was going to see if any of the out of the top 10 we're going to jump on a set of hards to try and do a bit of a different sort of tactic. But we've got Kank and Bam have decided to go on the medium, so they're going to try and basically get as high at the grid as possible. Just looking at yours, because you're on Hordo as well, with the predicted pit strategy, so he's going to have to pit on around lap 8. I'm not sure how long the hards probably get you the rest of the way, but they're going to be awfully worn and very slippery. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if any of these guys, and they jump on the hards early, we might have a few casualties either quite late on their soft stint or late in the race on that hard tyre that won't have much grip at all. Anyway, we're just coming up to the line now.
Assuming you can't get back in, Ninja.
He's managed to change teams, which you would have thought they would have produced him with a decent enough car.
Taking 2 days to connect.
Just be very careful when connecting back in, Ninja. That it sometimes takes a bit for everything to kind of kick in. So try and click back, like at the just end of a turn on a big straight rather than on a turn. Because I noticed there was a few times where someone's connected back in, they've had the accelerator fine, but the steering not. But anyway, we're just about to go to. I've got 3, 4, 5 red lights as the round 1, season 4 at Baku. EGN starts. And Sidepod with a very good start has got Hordo quite comfortably there. Hordo's staying on the outside though,
Oh,
which has
someone
compromised
crashed?
both of their speeds out of there. With the McLaren
Gorilla.
kind of thing. Yes, there is someone out down the back there. Polish is now at the very back of the pack. Looks like maybe some end plate missing on that front right as well. So, it's going to be a tough ask. I reckon he can race with that, but he's going to be a lot slower. So he'll be hoping for an early safety car here. And my game doesn't have a clue who the leaders are at the moment. So I'm just waiting for everything to sort of fix up. I'm pretty sure Sidepod's leading us with Hordo still in second, with DBT in third, Nugsy in fourth.
Oh, and
Jason
DBT almost spins out there.
DBT's lost a couple of spots there by the looks of that, so I don't know. I missed that on my side because I was going through the pack. There was a bit of a moment. Ninja's managed to join, so I hope he has listened here and he'll just wait to connect to that car on a nice sort of section of the road. He's only lost a couple of spots, and being on the hard tyre, I don't think he'd be too grumpy with that. Bambi hasn't gone up any. Kank's gone up to 8th, so he's gone up a few. Bretho's left the session, but I think he was just a spectator anyway, so we haven't lost anyone there. But as we... Oh, and Polish is out. That damage obviously was too much there, and he hasn't managed to get round... What's that? That's just after the car. No, that's after the car. So what's that? Turn 13 or 14, I think he's gone off. And my game again doesn't know where the cars are on the track.
It's
It's
freaking out
definitely
again a
still
little bit.
Sidepod still in front with Hordo, Nugsy. Who's behind Nugsy? Is that Tactics?
Jason on my screen.
Jason, sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Tactics is in the Mercs. He's behind DBT. Sorry. This is now not even close to...
Oh, try to click on... There we go.
Now it's saying Chasy's gone down a couple of places on my screen, but I think that's just it's fixing it up because he hasn't spun or turned or anything. So Bambi's up into 11th. I'm pretty sure that's correct because he started 12th, so he's made up the one spot. Looks like is Ninja actually back in his car here? Yes, Ninja is back in the car. So the power is good. The internet is back. I actually like to say that. I would have been disappointed if Ninja didn't get to race again this season. He's having a lot of issues there. We've still got Sidepod in the lead. Hordo very closely behind Sidepod though. So I'm not sure if Hordo's just kind of looking for Sidepod to kind of tow him around the track because Sidepod's a very fast racer and he's got a very fast car in the Renault. And I was going to see, is Hordo going to try and make a move or is he just happy just to sit behind? I think he's just happy to sit behind for now. Being on the soft tyre though, I reckon on the next sort of DRS spot, maybe he waits for the next DRS at the end of the lap. But anyway, looks like Kank's up to 7th. And the McLaren's gone, DBT's had a bit of a moment there, so obviously I think he might have spilled his beer there. As he's trying to catch it, he's just drifted into the wall. Kank's got himself up to 5th. This is a very good recovery drive here from Kank.
Oh,
and as I've said that, he's gone into the wall. Flo has overtaken him as well as, I think that was the Ferrari in Joggles. And so Joggles will be very happy seeing that since he was struggling to kind of get ahead of him last season. Just going to stay on Kank here because I feel, even though Bambi's gone to DBT is dropping places, so he must have damage as well. But Kank now has to survive this sort of first stint here with a bit of damage. His teammate coming up to him as well, who will be within DRS range on the straight if he keeps this gap. Oh, that's a fair bit of damage from Kank. I reckon that's orange on his screen. End plate's gone. I think maybe a little bit more. It's gone off that wing as well. Anyway, let's see. I'm just gonna have a quick look at. Just gonna go just ahead of into Joggles here. Joggles is gonna look to make a move here on flow and does so extremely comfortably. So I don't know what happened there. Oh, Sleazy's out. Jumping onto
Sesto,
and he's hit the wall on the right there. I'm not really sure how he's done that, to be honest. But Tactics has gone ahead of Kank because Kank's jumped in the pit, so he's going to get a new wing, and he's probably going to strap on a set of hards and probably maybe try and... I'm not sure if he can get a whole race on hards from here, but I guess that's his only option. Saw in the chat that Bambi's looking dangerous. Well, Bambi might be looking dangerous, mate, but he's still in that spot. He's got a fair bit to do, but lucky for him though, he has got Chasey in front of him, so they might even be able to team up here to overtake the Merc. So they could probably both grab 6th and 7th here, and Chasey will probably allow Bambi through, since Bambi is the one driver. And sort of Goated had a bit of a moment there behind Bambi, but he's managed to not hit anything, and he still has all his car in the one piece. Ninja in the points position on the set of hards. Came through that castle section very quickly there. I thought that was all over there for a moment. But,
how did he recover that?
I do not know. I thought that was Wall. He's better off pausing and going back. But anyway,
Bambi did make the move on that Chasey.
Yes, that's very nicely done. But in doing that, the 1.2 away from Tactics, which means he's not in DRS zone. So I'm jumping on to Nugsy.
Ooh,
Nugsy is coming up to Cousin Jace, who has got into the pit. So that's an easy overtake for Nugsy. Nugsy's got himself in 3rd spot here. Val, I know you've always been a bit of a fan of Nugsy. And he's looking quite strong today.
Yeah, don't mind the little fella.
He's pulling it on quite nicely. So we've got our top 9 drivers are yet to pit, but everyone else has had to jump in the pit for either a new set of boots or damage. So compromise their race a lot. So they won't be wanting any safety cars now, because then the top guys can get a free pit stop ahead of them. And Joggles, I was just on screen there, he just had a nice little tail wag there. Almost clipped the wall, but he saved it quite nicely. So the top 9 drivers here are all on good pace here, and the guys below them are wanting a safety car after they're pitted to get themselves sort of back in this race. And side pods just getting that gap out to almost 2 seconds down to Hordo. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a yawn there coming.
Yeah.
So I tried to mute the mic and I couldn't even do that. That was terrible. Sorry guys, you're boring me. You got to give me more. Nah, it's been
The challenge has been thrown out.
Challenge accepted. No, so Hordo is 2 seconds back from side pod. Nugsy 4 seconds back from Hordo. Joggles another 4 seconds. Tactics 4 seconds. Bambi's caught up to Tactics. So let's jump on a Bambi.
Oh, yellow flag, man.
He's coming up to these. Oh, Sesto?
Bill just slammed into the wall. Well, not slammed, but he did drift into it.
Goated Bill is now trying to get around the rest of this course without any wing. So Sesto is going to make a nice easy move on him, get back to that racing line, which he's done very nicely. So you're pretty confident that Goated has to come into the pit. Bambi now 1.1 seconds away from Tactics. I'm not sure what happened there. Not sure if maybe Tactics defended quite nicely and it's put Bambi off a little bit. But he's still the only one sort of close enough to make any sort of moves.
Ninja left the session. Yeah.
Oh, his power out's gone again. Yeah, I'm just going to jump on to Kank here, who's overtaking Sesto. And he's done it well and truly before turn 3. He's pulled up the car nicely. And now he will be on the tail of Flo. So he might even stay on Kank here. I reckon he's the next one to sort of catch. unless you see Bambi get any closer to tactics. Might try and keep an eye on the mini-map for that one. We might jump to that one on that back straight, if there's anything that's going to happen. Kank negotiates turn 7 nicely, carrying it to the castle. He took that very easy there. Kank a bit nervous with the previous hit on the wall earlier. Probably doesn't want to hit another wall. And Bambi's on overtake DRS catching tactics down the straight here. He's got him by about 8k's down the straight. 10k's down the straight, I should say. Has he got enough to go out on the inside of him though? Oh, Bambi's gone wide. He's clipped. Whoa. To my partner's amusement.
And that's a bit of a chuckle.
That's a front right end play got. Trying to have a serious commentary here, and just that little chuckle in the background. You just have to. Yeah, you just have to laugh at that. No, there'll be no side alleys in a race. You save that for the qualifying. Anyway, Kank's now. Kank's got the job done on Acesto. But Flo's holding that gap to Kank quite nicely. And I think maybe Flo's coming up to a back marker. Is that Gota just in front of him? Maybe. So you will even be able to steal a bit of DRS from him, and that will help protect him from Kank as well. So yeah, Kank's got it all to do here. Winning the championship last season, and finds himself out of the points at the moment. Bambi's still struggling to make that gap any closer tactics, and with that front right end plate missing off the car in that Red Bull, I don't see him catching him now. And as we look down the list, we just kind of have everyone sort of spread out. Hordo's had to jump into the pits. That's as much as the soft tyres will do. He'll jump on a set of hards and try and get to the end of the race. Oh, he's serving a 5-second penalty as well by the looks of that. So that track position of jumping at the softs, which is what he was basically aiming to do, it's kind of now come unstuck a little bit. In saying that, he pops out just in front of Ninja, so it's not too bad. He's the first guy that's stopped now in that top sort of 8 drivers. So he's still in this here. If he can get some nice laps together on these hards while the other guys' mediums start to wear off, if you can match him for times here, it might be a very interesting back end of the race. Now just jumped onto Jason, who's catching up to Ninja, and Ninja's got the nice big X on his name, which means he's not connected. So either we've had another internet droppage for Ninja, who the drones take that so slow, so Jace has to be really cautious here, just to not lose any sort of wing. Wait for the back straight, get him on that. I think is the best way to go. The problem with that is he's got Flo right behind him as well, and Flo's not just going to let him just wait for that sort of back straight. So hopefully both these drivers can see what's happened here, wait for the right moment, then make the overtake. Yeah, still on with Jace here. Just gets around turn, what was it, 17?
Oh, Simo, we got some content. Sleazy has sent in his crash. He sent the clip in, so we can either go full screen or we can just put it on a little picture. What would you rather?
Alright, well, let's just wait a little bit, because Flo's just overtaken Jason. Jason jumps in the pit, so something's not right there. So now Flo's going to attack the drone of Ninja. Once this overtake's done and completed, Flo's trying to get the switch back to work. He's got the DRS open, overtake done, dusted. Let's full screen it. Vala, if we can.
Yeah, okay, give me 1 second.
I'm gonna be a touch late on talking about it because I'm not gonna be able to see it on my screen.
Shall we play his audio as well? Listen to his reaction?
Sure, let's do
Alright, we'll do it.
I'll be quiet for a moment.
Devin! I've been so good at practice. Just
Oh no, I lost it.
Safe scuff.
Dude, just back tires, span.
He's just turned a bit too hard on the. He'd almost lost it on the left, so maybe his tyres were a bit hot from maybe spinning earlier in the lap. But yeah, he probably shouldn't hit the wall there. He probably avoid that. Maybe get the accelerator off a bit sooner. Obviously thought he could have controlled it out of that, but lost all of it. So yeah, that's a shame for poor Sleazy.
That is a shame, but thank you for sending that in, by the way, Sleazy.
I do appreciate that. Let's jump on to Kank now, who's caught up to Jace. Kank's got 0 laps on mine for pitting, so that means he's come in again?
I think he put it just before, I think.
Yeah, but I thought he pitted and jumped on the hards. Let's have a quick look. I'm obviously losing it here. No, he went from hard. I went in the mediums. Yeah, no, okay. But I thought he definitely started the race on mediums though from my screen anyway, which means he's gone medium, hard, medium, which is a bit weird. Anyway, he's going to make this move on Jason quite comfortably on the inside. No, nicely done. Kank moves him up to 12th. Still got a lot to do to get into this top 10. Bambi's managed to catch back up to tactics, even with that missing front, right, end plate. I'm not sure. Does tactics have any damage? Is that why he's caught him back up? Oh no, he does now.
Yeah, I just saw that fly off.
I've just gone.
Oh, Bambi's hit him.
Oh, and Bambi's now going up his ass as well. So these two probably need to jump into the pit now. They can jump on the hards and finish off the race on that, which is really helping out the top 3 of side pod at Nugsy and Joggles. I know Nugsy has some pace on this track, but I was not expecting him to be on the podium this early in the race. I thought he might have had to have a few more things go his way, but he's done well. I'm just going to keep an eye on Bambi here, and Bambi, yep, he's going into the pit, and Tactic has to follow. Poor Tactic, but there's any car left after that hit. We've still got the chuckle in the back.
We got a few giggles.
At least we're making her on-call time a touch more entertaining. So thanks for the drivers hitting walls for us. Oh, side pod just did a massive lock up there, but he's done another little one there as well. So a few lock ups here, but other than that, car's all fine. No damage done. DVT's moved ahead of Ninja. The DVT's managing himself back up to 6th on 10. No, it's 6 lap old hards. So he's gonna have to nurse those hards to try and get them to the end of the race.
Thank you, Haven.
Oh, I haven't been out with your chat. Sorry, Val. Nickman's got last 6 laps. Will have a safety car.
Oh, I missed that as well. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, alright. I'm not sure. I'm going to go no. I reckon it's going to be a bit before that. It's going to be my prediction. I reckon it's going to be somewhere in from that lap sort of 14 to 17, 14 to 18 range. I'm going to go just before where he thinks it's going to start. Anyway, so Bambi's now hot on the heels of the drone of Ninja. So Bambi has to be very careful here, because we all know the drones are very slow. They don't take very good lines. They defend when they shouldn't. And Ninja's just essentially ruined a race for everyone else yet again. He's quite good at doing that.
This huge shade.
But as we did talk about earlier, though, Vala, this was Ninja's best way of finishing the race. So I'm glad he's listened to me there.
Oh, yellow flag for...
Bambi's overtaken that one quite comfortably. It looks like maybe Jetsy had a bit of a moment there before coming into the castle. It still looks... The left front end plate was definitely on the car still. I'm trying to see if the right end plate is... Oh, and as we've talked about Ninja surviving the race, he's now joined, so safety car could be coming in the next lap or two. I'm trying to see if Jetsy's got both his end plates. Oh, yep, he does, so it must have just been a little spin. Just had a little moment. Or was just ultra slow for the yellow flag, maybe? I don't know. But, as we talk about that, our race leader in side pod has jumped into the pit, which has got Nugsy leading Baku. If you had told me at the start of the race, I would have told you that you were lying. So this is a great race from Nugsy so far. He's almost at the halfway mark, so if he can keep going here, I think he's pretty much secured a podium for himself.
Would be nice for the little fella.
And he's jumped into the pits now. Joggles is going to go one more. So Joggles still thinks that there's a bit of time left in these mediums, but the undercut is very powerful in Formula 1. As you can see by how much side pod now has Nugsy. Like side pod's already overtaken him. Hordo with it, he did probably the biggest undercut, jumping on those softs. And he's gone ahead of Nugsy as well. So Nugsy now starts back into fourth, but we'll have a fresher set of hards for the back end of the race.
Sleazy, I appreciate that sub, mate. Thank you very much.
I was about to say, I just saw an only visible sub.
Jetsy is done. I think this is him crashed here.
I've managed to send him a little thank you.
Yep.
With a
Oh,
selfie
it's
there.
not an ideal spot.
Sorry, I was too busy looking at your chat to see what happened there, so I missed anything that happened.
Jetsy crashed out just before the castle.
Oh, he had a moment there earlier. I thought I saw on the thing, so that's not good if that's what's happened. But anyway, it's no safety car, so we're still racing. Now, see, just Joggles, I reckon he started these meetings for slightly too long. Look how close side pod is already to Joggles. This is side pods to lose now. He is set. There is no one near him. So I hope the safety car's turned on.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't one for the...
Oh, Sleazy's just got... I don't reckon Bambi turned the safety car on. That will be massive scenes if that's happened. There's nothing... Oh, it's just Don Peters there, coming into the castle, and he's clipped the front right on the wall. That's end plate gone, possibly a touch more damage as well. I have noticed on this game, there's these certain parts where you can crash and the game just kind of goes, you're fine. And you look at it and you're like, well, surely that has to be a safety car. But we continue. Chasey chasing down Sesto, down the back straight. DRS open. He doesn't even worry about overtake. He thinks he can get done with just DRS. This is gutsy from Chasey. He's done it easy. He's done it well before the turn. Will Sesto have a second crack at him here? Can Sesto get a good exit out of turn 2 to then get straight back on the back of Chasey? And we'll see if we can go again. Now, does Jetsy have the footage of that crash for us, Val?
I don't think he streams.
You can't be in Div 1 and not recording the race.
Ooh.
Oh, big moment. Goated's... He's almost saved it. No, sorry, that wasn't Goated.
Jason spun. But Goated is going for Sesto.
Goated's now making the attack on Sesto. Sorry, Goated. It was Jace in the house. For some reason, I thought you two were the other way around there coming into that bit.
Sleazy does
Anyway.
confirm that the safety cars are on, and yeah, I agree with you. I'm not sure how it wasn't a virtual at least there as well.
Yeah, it must have just been in enough of a spot where there wasn't enough cars in the vicinity. And they managed to get the truck out there nice and quickly to get him off the track. As you know, being in the game, they don't need the truck, so they just disappear. So it was probably enough. Real life, I reckon that's easily safety car.
Oh, did we comment on Sidepod making the move on Joggles?
I did not, but I basically said that Sidepod was going to eat him up. I did miss that move, unfortunately. I'm still on with Goated, because I feel like Goated's got Sesto coming down the back straight here. I feel like that's the move that's just, it's going to happen. There's nothing Sesto can do about it. Goated pulls out to the inside. He's got him even before the finish line. And poor Sesto now drops back another spot on those 14 lap old hards, which he's still got to get him another 10, 11 laps or so. So Sesto's just, oh, someone's gone. Jace is gone. I'm trying to see where on the track.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
It basically popped up saying he was gone, and then I didn't get, and there was nothing on the track that showed me that he'd stopped, so I don't know what happened there. Anyway, that's our fourth casualty. And Ninja's still plodding around in 10th, so Ninja's doing quite nicely since he's reconnected back in. Joggle's still on those set of mediums. You know what? I think Joggles is going to try and jump on the softs here. And just as I was looking at that, Bambi's made the move on DVT very nicely. Quite like Bambi's helmet too. Very colourful. Only got a quick glimpse of that. It was very nice. It was a nice move though. Nice easy move. Both drivers allowed the space. Very nicely done. Can DVT get him back though with the DRS? He's got him back to within 0.5. Oh, but the DRS, he's gone wide on turn 1, which he really needed to absolutely nail turn 1. So then at turn 2 with this DRS, he would have had a chance, but now he hasn't got anything.
Wait, so who are we on?
Ninja is quick here, trust me. Nick, he might be quick, but he doesn't know how to finish a race, so just...
Which car are we on, sorry? I just got something sent to me in the F1 chat.
I just jumped on with DBT, but he doesn't have enough speed to get back the spot of what Bambi got. So at the moment, I'm not really sure who to jump on. Sesto is maybe the closest to Goated to anyone else. Joggles is only going to lose time to Sidepod still being on the mediums. So Joggles is probably going to try and get an extra 1 or 2 laps out of those mediums so he can jump on the softs. Oh, Gorilla's put his crash in the Discord, so he might be able to bring that up at some stage, Vela.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at it.
Yeah, no, you're right. While you're doing that, everyone's still nice and spread out. Kank is gaining on his teammate in tactics, though. And he's knocked that gap down to just under 2 seconds. So once that then becomes under 1 second, we will definitely jump on that action. In saying that though, I think he's actually the closest to everyone else, so we'll probably stay on here anyway. Sidepod still very much in command of this race. Right, don't even look at the split of Joggles, because Joggles has to pit still, so he's got 12 seconds to Hordo in second, and then an extra 20 seconds to third. So Sidepod basically podium sewn up. Really the win should be sewn up from here, as long as he keeps the car away from the walls. And Kank now, he's got to 1.3 seconds now from. It's back up to 1.4 from tactics. He's trying to gain on him to get himself into 8th spot, which for a damage control race probably is what you'd be calling it for Kank. He'd be quite happy with. But Bambi did start behind Kank, and yet Bambi's managed to get to 6th. So if you're going by where you pole to where you race, which is what the game does, Bambi's actually lined up a driver of the day at the moment. I'm not sure if that's. Oh, no, I don't think I would. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I'd give driver of the day to, but at the moment, I think it lies with Bambi. I'm still on with Kank, who's now under a second away from tactics, so we might see a move down the back straight. Kank just has to stay within that second here. Tactics has probably tried to use some ERS to try and get away from him on that bit, but he hasn't been able to do so. And yes, what I thought was correct, Joggles is going to do the last 8 laps on a set of softs. Kank, 0.6 away from tactics. And gaining. Alright, is it? Wait for this move to be done on tactics here, and then maybe we can bring it up to the stream.
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Let's just actually there could be a few moves done here actually.
There's a
Let's just watch.
flag.
Jump on the Kank, and his tactics has gone wide. Maybe on purpose. He's allowed Kank through, and Kank's only a second away from DVT on the faster tyre as well. So Kank wheeling in DVT now. Oh, DVT's gone wide there, which gives Kank the better entry and exit. Into turn 7, which is, I don't really... He's left room, but it's not really an ideal spot to overtake. But he's got the job done on the faster tyre, and DVT's had to let him through. And Tactics is also caught up to DVT as well. So now Kank needs to get out of this second to then give his teammate in Tactics a chance of overtaking DVT on the straight. So if DVT can defend with DRS, Tactics can't really do a lot. And by looking at that, Kank has done his teammate the world of good here, and he's managed to get that gap out. So we can stay on board with either DVT or Tactics here. And it looks like DVT lost a bit of time coming out of that right turn. So I don't know what happened there, because that should be a full tilt turn. And Tactics has done that well and truly before the straight. Flo's gone in the pit, which means Kank's gone up to 6th, Tactics up to 7th. I'm going to say, where's Flo coming? Oh, Flo's got a whole new wing going on, so he's not coming out anytime soon. And here I was saying, Bambi for race of the day, Kank now gets a chance of trying to catch up to Bambi. But anyway, Vala, can we have this footage of Polish going off?
Yeah, we can do that now.
Beautiful. DBT is just that's the pit line exit there incorrectly, so he's jumped onto a pair of softs, but as a penalty, which was interesting. Just tell me when you're about to flick it up, Vala.
I'll switch it over now.
Okay, back to the pits. You need a new front wing. Box now.
So Polish basically got a few drivers held his hand into the wall.
Yeah, I can go back a bit more because the whole clip is a minute. So if we need to go back, we can go back a little.
Right. No, I feel like that's not where he DNF'd. He DNF'd way too on that lap, probably due to the fact of having no wing. And Jogos has just done the fastest lap of the race, so he's gave himself an extra point. Just trying to see if anyone's actually close enough to do any sort of moves at the moment. Maybe jump on to Goated. Goated and Chasey battle for 12th. We've Goated on the softs. So
just hit my mic.
Goated should heat him up here. And yes, as Gorilla's just posted in the chat, he's DNF because I know he went into a wall later in that lap with the no wing. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky one.
Thank you, LG, by the way.
And I don't think Goded's going to get him yet, but Sesto in the pit, which puts him further back now as well. And Goded now with 0.2 seconds away from Chase. He just needs to settle in behind him here. Get on that power nice and early and get him up the straight. He's got the DRS open, overtake. Chase is defending with overtake. He's going for the inside move. Oh, I had a bit of a sort of a lag.
A bit of a skip there.
So they've done well to not hit each other there. And now, unfortunately for Goated, you basically just have to sit behind the guy, not lose the rear end too much with the dirty air, and just try and stay within a sort of 0.5 seconds. So then if Chasey makes a mistake, you can pounce on it or wait for the next back straight. Oh, but you don't want to get too close, which is what happened there. He's managed to not hit him though. You're going through Castle, you want to go nice and easy through here. He's done well. He stayed in third gear for that, which is interesting. He's obviously not confident on the throttle yet, because he probably needed to be in a bit of a lower gear to stay a bit closer to him there, or he's just managed to stay out of that sort of dirty air spot. It's probably a smart move, to be honest. Oh, he's took that turn
Low with the quickest lap.
horribly. And I'm still... Oh, we've got people backing off on that section. That's quite... So obviously they haven't set the car up to be able to go full tilt through there, which really makes it difficult to then overtake on this back straight. So he's getting really close to him here. But it's just not close enough. You'll get another chance here with DRS. They both have a similar amount of ERS, so Chasey will be able to defend with that. Alright, he's definitely got the pace on him this time. And he's made the move to stick there that time. Well done, Goated. Now he has some clean air to try and reel in Ninja, who's about, what, 12 seconds away. So that's going to take him a while.
Thank you, Walsh, for that, mate.
So I'm just trying to look through and see who's kind of close. Still only sort of Goated and Chasey battle at the moment. So even though Goaten's overtaken him, Chasey's not going to go down without a fight here. He's going to try and stay within that second for that back straight to give himself that DRS again. He could have probably hit the DRS button just to make sure that he stayed within that. Oh, he's still just... Oh, he's just out of that 1 second. If he gets a good exit out of here... Because I think the white line pops up shortly and that tells you where he is. Nah, he's not going to get DRS, so that's Chasey out of that battle. Horto's still in second spot, comfortably with Joggers, even though Joggers is gaining on those sets of soft tyres. Side pod's still doing it comfortably though. So I'm yawning again due to the fact that there's going to be no action now for a while, because everyone's sort of within that, sort of out of that second.
Nice and spread.
So maybe just, is there anyone that you want to give a bit of airtime to? Because now would be your time.
Maybe my boy. I know he's at the back, but buckets. Peters.
We're going to jump on Peters, are we? We're going to jump on the guy that's going to hold up everyone. It's a great decision.
There'll be cars behind him, but he does his thing. He tries his best.
Nah, he's doing well. He's doing well. He's Peters. He's still in the race, which is always good. He would have maybe hoped for it's only on 4 lap old hards, which is an interesting tactic. So obviously something happened where he's hit something or some damage has happened. I'm still looking through and can't see anyone looking to really make any moves. Nugsy's still in 4th. Bambi is catching, but there's not many laps left now. So, Nugsy's looking like he's going to hold this 4th spot. Comfortably maybe isn't the right word, but it looks like he could hold the spot. Just listening to this gearbox of the McLaren when it goes down the gears, and I don't know if I like it. I was just on board there with Nugsy just listening to it, and it kind of annoyed me, so I had to switch away from that.
Being picky.
Yeah, so I definitely won't be in a McLaren on this game. But Bambi is catching, which we have spoke about and we've said again. Oh, yellow flag. No, we went green pretty quickly. I think that was one of the AlphaTauri cars. Whoever's leading that pack, may have been Flo, had a bit of a moment, maybe.
Oop.
Oh, he's actually right up the Bummer Tactics here. And Tactics has lost the spot on the set of hards, so the set of softs for Flo coming to good effect at the back end of the race. Not sure if he's going to catch Kank being 9 seconds away from him, but good luck to him. Go well, please finish the race. That's what you need to worry about now, Flo. You quality well, you have a fast times. Please finish. Oh no, Goated's gone. What has happened? Oh, it's in the castle section.
How is that not a safety car?
I'm sorry. And we've got side pod coming up to this section. Oh, side pod's done well to miss him as well. He's going to keep jumping on the cars that are going through there. Hordo was next.
Should be cleared.
Yeah, it's cleared now. Now, I'm sorry, but that's got safety car written all over it.
Yeah, that has to be a safety car there.
Or at least a virtual, so those 2 cars that came up to him could at least back off to know where he was. And Tactics has had to jump into the pit here, jump on a set of mediums. So obviously he didn't have any fresh softs left, so he jumped on the mediums for the last few laps. Or Jeff stuffed up, which happens so often in this game when you try and tell him you want a set of softs and he puts you on a set of mediums. Bambi's 0.3 seconds away from Nugsy here. So Bambi's going to try and get himself up to 4th. Now I did say at the end of qualifying that he would not get the podium. I'm quite happy to say that I think I'm correct. But now DBT's gone. Is that in the castle section as well?
Yeah. How is that not 1? What is going on?
I'm sorry, but if the safety car is on, then the game is either sucked up after its last patch. Very good guys in Hayes have negotiated that. The 3 drivers had to pass that. You've done a very good job. Oh, and in that process, Bambi has got the job done on Nugsy. Oh, it's less than 2 set. Yeah, the safety
good call, Apple. But still, some of the ones before in the race.
I thought the virtual could have came out on the one before, though. Like, yeah, the safety car can't come out, but I thought maybe just a virtual, just so you can negotiate that bit, unless the game puts them under the same category. Then that would make perfect sense. But not for when Goated went out, because I'm pretty sure Goated went out when there was still 4 or 5 laps. Anyway,
There's been somewhere it should have come out regardless through the race.
Yeah, safety car doesn't come out last 3 laps because then you finish on the safety car. So yep, I get that. But virtual's got to come out for that sector. It only needs to be there for the 1 or 2 sectors and it's fine. So DVT, after all that hard work in trying to finish this race, definitely not under the limit, has realised that he probably shouldn't have started drinking tonight. And Peters gets himself a nice little 12. Now, Sesto did say if 8 cars crash out, he's a chance of points. Unfortunately for Sesto, only 6 are gone. So he needs another one to crash out before the end of the race. That's what he needs. But since we're now coming to this last lap, now Vala, I think a side pod deserves to have this last lap of airtime here.
Yeah,
He
I
has
agree.
had an absolute terrific race. Faultless, really. from what I've seen, he's negotiated everything absolutely perfectly. He did show last season he had very good pace, so he's now just showing everyone just how quick he is. Baku, not the easiest of tracks. I don't recall him getting any damage either, so he stayed away from the wall. He stayed on the track. Hi Carney, welcome to the chat. But side pod here, still a few corners away. But Vala's going to finish off in the whole way here. Oh, a really nice.
Good evening, sir.
A really nice aeroplane view on as side pod's about to finish this race. So we'll have to get side pod in for an interview at the end of this. Hopefully we can even get some snapshots of in the theatre mode of yours as you're crossing that finish line there. It'll look really good on the ride up. That'll hopefully be done by Sunday. But anyway, side pod wins Baku.
We shall, Carney, don't you worry. 4. Oh, sorry, Simo.
Nah, it was awesome from side pod. Hordo comes in, very well deserved second spot. He started on the softs, he stretched out the hards for the 8 laps, beautifully done. Joggles went the mediums and then managed to get to the soft stint at the end. I think, did that get in the fastest lap or did someone else get the fastest lap on him?
I thought Flo got it just after him.
Okay, anyway, so Bambi crosses the line in 4th, Nugsy 5th, Kank 6th. Very good race from Bambi and Kank. They qualified outside the top 10, so very good race from them. Getting a bit lost my words here. Flo, it's Tactics and Flo.
Tactics and Ninja.
With a little bit of overtaking here on the last couple of the laps. Tactics to take 8th spot at the moment, but is there any sort of penalties? A 30-second penalty puts Ninja in front of him. Let's have a look. No, Tactics holds it. Oh, but Ninja had penalties. Chasey's up to 9th. And Sesto, it's going to come across the line. Peters has already crossed the line in with one of those back, because he was a back marker. But we get to watch Sesto across the line. And a beautiful shot here.
Oh, we got DBT's clip, if we quickly want to watch that before the interviews. While you get him in.
Well, that was a great race. Yes, let's jump onto that then, Vala. Let's look at DVT on how he negotiated a couple of those turns with the beer in one hand and the wheel in the other. Bambi would drive of the day. That was to be expected. I think he qualified 14th and finished 4th. So very good drive there from Bambi. I'm just looking at side pod there with a bit of the dance moves there as he wanders up to collect his trophy. Very nicely done. I've got the DVT. I am stupid. But yeah, anyway, flick that clip up for us, Vala.
Hopefully the audio is safe, but here we go. We'll give it a watch.
No, surely you've got mature audience only. This is what you want. This is what the 36 viewers have come to see. Oh dear.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
Yeah, that would do it.
And the funniest part of that is, I'm pretty sure that is the exact same spot where Leclerc did say, I am stupid when he hit that spot. So he's actually done a classic F1 bit there. Anyway, let's quickly go round out our top 10. So side pod with the win, Hordo, Joggles, Bambi and Nugsy with the top 5. Kank 6, Flo in 7th. Also Flo with the fastest lap, so he gets himself an extra point. Tactics in 8th, Chasey in 9th, and Ninja. He was half in, half out of this race with his drone, but he ran into the top 10 and gives himself a point. So nice work, Ninja, for finishing the race. It's a shame the power went out when it did, but nicely done anyway. Anyway, Vala, now we need to get into the interviews. Now, I'm not really sure with these PlayStation changes on how I'm actually going to invite people here.
It's going to add them to that group.
So I have to somehow add them to this group.
Yeah, it should just be add up top.
Yep. So we've got a very angry side pod, which I'm just going through my this and my friends list is just at a bit of a moment. I cannot see side pod.
Sidepod Hordo Juggles, wasn't it?
Yep. I'm trying to. I can't find you my thingy side pod. I can get joggles in.
Juggles.
I've got joggles. I've got joggles added. Hordo. It's looking for him as we speak. Yes, Bambi, it's a great idea. Am I in that chat? If not, get me in there. Anyway, Joggles, hello, welcome.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you? Now, you don't happen to have Hordo or Very Angry Sniper on your friends list, do you?
For sure, I've got Cypod.
Alright, can you try and add them into this chat? While we're doing that, congratulations on the podium.
Thank you, sir.
The medium to the soft strat, was that always the go?
No, we
No.
we were very, very good time management. Very good time management. I was, had Polish and Cypod with me, and yeah, we
No,
noticed that, why not?
Yeah, no, because I saw I think it was Hordo jumped into the pit for like I thought it might have gone for the undercut, and then I saw you stay out. Like, oh, that's going to hurt Joggles' position, and then it was well, you stayed out because you were going for the softs, so it made sense.
Yeah.
You've done very well to make the mediums last that long.
Thank you very much. I can't add Cypod.
Oh, I've added side pod,
Okay, good.
so that's
I don't know
good.
why.
But I can't see Hordo.
I got
Hordo,
it.
if you're in the chat, maybe add me. I thought we were friends, but if not, add me as a friend.
Seems like he's already in here.
He's already in here.
Yeah, he's already in.
Alright, who's in now anyway? Now we gotta wait for him to actually get in the party. Alright, side pods just came in. Welcome.
Thanks, boys.
Well, I was going to say it looked easy. Like you absolutely killed that tonight. So congratulations on the win.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, no, it was a hard race, but yeah, it was kind of once I got past Horto on the first turn, it was just basically just trying to extend that gap. I got out of DRS, and then his tyres start to fall off, and yeah, the gap just grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and I just made sure I kept it out of the wall and limit warnings. I don't think I got a warning the whole race and didn't hit the wall, so it was a fun race, but yeah, I had to keep my concentration levels high at the end there. I almost spun it a couple of times in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, no, and yeah, with the hards would have been getting a bit worn. I would have suspected into that race as well. And Baku it always feels like a slippery track, so any sort of wear.
Well, the hards weren't too bad. I think they were sitting at like 45% at the end, but the mediums, when I came into pit, they were sitting at 55. So
Yeah,
probably should
okay.
have pit like a lap or two earlier. But yeah, no. Other than that, it was a good race. Joggles did well, running his medium to soft strategy. We're in the party together, and he stretched those out and made it work. So he deserved that podium.
Yeah, no, we did comment that was a very good effort. I've just got a message from Hordo he had to get off, so no worries, Hordo. Just remember next time if you're on the podium, jump in the chat. It helps Valor's stream out. It's good for EGN as well. So please try and hang around if you can. If you have to be in and out, let me know and we'll get you done quickly. Anyway, back to you though, side pod. Your quali was good, so you would have been happy with that.
Yeah, no, I had a really good quali. I stuffed up my last lap into going into turn 2. I hit the wall and that ruined my lap, and then Hordo pit me by 9,000ths of a second. So I was just like, all right, just got to get a good start off the line, get down the inside, which I did. I think we were side by side through the first
2 turns. Yep.
Yeah, and then I got him on turn 3. And then
I actually, when that happened, Hordo, yes, you can get back on if you want to, mate. But yeah, as the first 2 turns, I actually thought there was a McLaren in the background who got a very good exit out of turn 2, and I thought he was going to have his both, but I don't think there was enough track for him. So he's done that quite well.
He squeezed my teammate Polish into the wall, and that's how he got the broken front wing. But yeah, no, it was hard trying to pull away from Hordo at the beginning because he was on the soft tyres, obviously. But I think lap 5, he just kind of dropped off because his tyres were getting too high on the wear chart, and yeah, I just pulled away.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a pretty fun race.
Yeah, no, and as you said before, the not hitting the wall was definitely. There was a few times on it. The only way you're going to lose this one is if you clip something. So you did very well to keep the concentration high.
Yeah, well, once I saw that Hordo had to pit and get a new front wing, I'm like, all right, I've got a nice cushion here. Like, I could have pitted at the end there and probably even caught up to him on the soft tyres, but I'm like, nah, I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to take me win.
No, very good, very sensible. But yeah, so started off season 4 with a bang. Where are we next? Canada. How do you go at Canada?
Oh, I love Canada.
Love Canada.
It's just a matter of penalties, though. Penalties are... Everyone's going to get like probably at least... If anyone finished that race with no penalties, they deserve to win the race.
Yeah, it's definitely... Yes, it's definitely tough, especially that the last 2 turns, isn't it, Canada?
Yeah, well, all the chicanes. The chicanes are a pain in the ass. Any other corner's fine, but the chicanes will just kill you.
Yeah,
it's so easy to extend and just run a little wide, get that warning, and yeah, then it's over.
Yeah, no, while we wait for Horder to jump in the party, Joggles, what about you with Canada? Are you a Canada fan or?
I'm a massive Canada fan.
Massive Canada fan. Say, I hate Canada, but
The only thing I don't like, it always rains.
the track, not the track, not the people. They're quite nice Canadians. the track, I prefer it when it rains at Canada, to be honest. I don't like it in the dry. I'm a bit slow. But,
yeah, it's easy. It's actually easier to race around Canada in the rain than it is the dry, because you're slower, you're more cautious, and you avoid those penalties a lot more. But in the dry, you're pushing it so hard, it's just so simple.
Yeah, pen galore, disqualifications left, right, and centre. I'm looking forward to commentating that one and just laughing at people. Oh, that's another pen. But anyway, thanks for jumping back on for us, Hordo. Second spot on that, nicely done.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I bloody butchered Q2. I went out on a used soft. You said, and I did a really good time. And then I tried mediums and got a bit of traffic, so I went in for another set of softs.
Yeah, okay. So that was the tactic behind that. I see.
Yeah. I was wondering why he was setting that other set of softs. I'm like, he's already in P2. What's he doing?
Yeah.
It was a cooked set of tyres. Yep, that's fair enough. I would have done the exact same thing then.
Yep, exactly.
So you managed pole though. Was the plan to try and hold out side pod, or when you realised he had the pace, just tuck in behind him?
Yeah, I once he got me on the second corner, I just let him go.
Yep, and then just tucked in to keep that sort of second spot secure.
And then by lap 5, my tyres were stuffed.
Yeah, the softs go off pretty quick. I think you managed to get to lap 8, which is I think that's the cut-off for softs. So I'm assuming they were, 60% or so?
Yeah, the back were spinning like every single corner.
Sketchy.
Yeah, and the no traction on Baku with the slippery track. Oh, wall's so close. I feel like the wall's even coming tighter. Or it feels that way when it gets to that sort of stage as well. Anyway, congratulations on the podium. A smart race from you, I thought. As I said, you could have probably attacked maybe at the start more, but that could have compromised your race. So that was a very, very mature race from you. So well done for that.
Cheers.
But anyway, fella, that rounds out our podium and probably rounds out your stream for the night. So I'll let you finish it off. But I said side pod with the win. Hordo second, Juggles third. Tune in next week, 8:15, not 8:45. Canada. Let's go.